At first glance, they look like dance moves disguised as combat fluid, acrobatic, almost theatrical. But don't be fooled. One is a precision-guided missile launched from a coiled stance. The other is a deceptive whirlwind born in the shadows of slavery, where every flip was a shield and every kick a silent rebellion. Taekwondo's spinning kicks and Capoeira's cartwheels may both defy gravity, but their purposes, origins, and philosophies are worlds apart, and that's where the real story begins. Picture a Taekwondo master in a crisp dobak, standing like a statue. Then explosion. In less than a second, he pivots on the ball of his foot, whips his torso like a spring-loaded hinge, and unleashes a spinning back kick that cracks through boards like kindling. This isn't flair for show. It's physics weaponized. Every motion is calibrated. Hip rotation, chambering angle, point of impact. In Olympic Taekwondo, that kick scores points. In military applications, yes, Taekwondo is still taught in the Korean Army. It can collapse a windpipe. The spinning hook kick, a blur that snaps heads sideways. The question isn't, can you see it coming? It's, can you survive it once you do? Now shift to a roda in Salvador, Brazil. The berimbau sings its haunting single-string melody. Two players circle each other, not with fists or stances, but with smiles and rhythm. Then one drops into a jinga, the swaying bass of capoeira, and flows into a the cartwheel. But this isn't gymnastics. Mid-air, his legs aren't just clearing space. They're scanning, threatening, ready to pivot into a Maya Lua de Compasso, a spinning heel kick that comes from below the horizon like a scythe rising from the earth. The cartwheel isn't an escape. It's a trap. A way to reposition, disorient, and strike from angles no boxer or karateka would ever expect. Here's the chilling truth. Taekwondo was refined in dojos and military academies, optimized for speed, height, and clean impact. Capoeira was forged in secret, disguised as dance so enslaved Africans could train without their oppressors realizing they were learning to fight. One evolved under fluorescent lights with judges and scoreboards. The other survived in drum beats and coded songs where survival meant never looking like you were fighting at all. And the mechanics? Taekwondo kicks prioritize linear force, maximize speed, minimize telegraphing. Capoeira movements thrive on unpredictability, constant motion, feints, and ground proximity. A Taekwondo fighter wants distance to unleash artillery. A capoeirista wants you close enough to feel the wind of their next move, but never close enough to catch them. Even the aftermath tells a story. After a Taekwondo sparring match, you'll see athletes bow, reset, and strike again with surgical repetition. After a capoeira loda, players clap, laugh, and exchange verses because in capoeira, the game never truly ends. It just changes rhythm. So which is more effective? That depends on the battlefield. In a ring with rules, Taekwondo's spinning kicks have dropped world-class fighters with one shot. In a street alley with no rules, Capoeira's evasiveness and low-line attacks could leave an attacker swinging at air while eating a heel to the jaw. But perhaps the real power lies not in which is better, but in what they reveal about human ingenuity. One art turned discipline into a weapon of precision. The other turned oppression into a language of liberation spoken through flips, kicks, and the defiant joy of movement. So next time you see a spinning kick or a cartwheel, don't just watch the body, watch the history. Because in both, you're not just seeing technique, you're witnessing centuries of survival, strategy, and soul.